Right, let's start today's session. So in the last session of .NET, we were discuss introduction. Okay, so this is the third session of .NET. In last two sessions, we completed basics of .NET. What is .NET? Why .NET? What type of applications we can develop using .NET, and also C# .NET introduction, console application introduction. We were discussing in the last session, and today we'll start with the coding part. And to write coding part using C# .NET, so compulsory you need a software tool or editor tool that is Visual Studio, which we discussed already in the last session. We are going to use Visual Studio software tool or Visual Studio editor tool. Visual Studio is just like editor tool which is used to edit or compile or run your .NET programs. And Visual Studio versions already I explained. The latest version of Visual Studio only I'm using, that is Visual Studio 2022. And to work with Visual Studio, first of all, you need to download and install Visual Studio in your computer. For that, let's go to Google and simply you can type download Visual Studio 2022, and you'll be able to prompt to Visual Studio.microsoft.com official website it is. And you can see left hand side, download Visual Studio Community, Professional, Enterprise. And Professional, Enterprise or trial version, okay, not full version. And I strongly recommend to download and install this community version. So you can just click on this Community 2022, you'll be able to get the Visual Studio Community Edition. So that is enough to manage your .NET application code. You can download and install. If you have any problem in the installation process, I will assist you clearly. No worries, it's not a big deal. Easily we can able to download and install. Okay, yes, after installation successfully, so you have to open Visual Studio for creating console application. So let's go to search and type VIS. Now you can see here I have Visual Studio 2019 is there and 2022 is there. Both I have, and I'm just opening Visual Studio 2022. This is an editor. Now you can see the outlook of Visual Studio is this is. So for the first time when we open Visual Studio, you will be able to see this window, Visual Studio 2022. And in the left hand side, you can see yesterday or last week, okay, this week, what applications recently I created for other batches. That's available here. And without going to open project or solution, directly you can click on that particular application, then you can able to enter into that application. Or else if you want to open existing application, you can click on open a project or solution. So it will ask you to choose the location. But right now I don't want to open any existing application or existing project. I want to create a new project. So to create a new project purpose, here you can see create a new project template is there. You just click over there. Once you click on a new project, create new project, and it will ask you for the first time, you have to choose a particular programming language. Which programming language you are familiar with creating console application, you have to choose the programming language in drop down list. So all programming languages are there: C++, C#, C++, .NET, F#, JavaScript, Python, Query language, TypeScript, Visual Basic, XAML, all those things. Now I am selecting my programming language is C#.NET, and I'm choosing the platform on which platform you are going to write your C#.NET code and execute means Windows platform. I have Windows operating system in my computer. And then finally you have to choose the type of application, which type of application you are creating. So I'm just creating a console application. In the last session, I said I introduced a console application. What is console application, how to work with them, basics things we discussed. Now today I'm just selecting console application here. So after selection of your programming language C# and platform is Windows and console application type is console, now you can select any one of the option here. So you can see this console app, a project for creating a command line application. As I said in the last session, console applications will provide command user interface or character user interface, which will be able to run on command prompt, that can run on .NET Core, which is able to run on Windows operating system, Linux, Unix, and Mac OS and others. So .NET Core .NET Core framework, when we select the console application, so your code can able to run on any operating system. It means that code can make this will make your application code as platform independent. But whenever I choose this one, second template is there, console app .NET framework, a project for creating a command line application which will be run on exclusively Windows operating system. So either you can select this one or you can select this one. So here there is no much more differences, especially in console application point of view, .NET Core and .NET Framework. I'll show you exact differences .NET Core and .NET Framework when it comes to ASP.NET. So right now I'm selecting console app .NET Framework. I will show you with the .NET Core also with console application. Okay, both I'll show you, no problem. There is no much more difference. Coding is same. So only framework you have to choose based on your requirement. Do you want to run your console application programs on Windows operating system only? You can choose this one. Or do you want to run after implementing your console programs on any other operating system? Then you can choose this one. So this is platform independent and platform dependent. Now I'm selecting this console application .NET framework through, and now you can see click on next. Once you click on next, it will ask you to create your project name. But look at here, by default, the project name is console app 3 is there, but actually this is not. Why it is showing console app 3 means already in previous batches, I created a new folder called .NET 6 p.m. Yes, 6 p.m. batch is going right now. So at that time, I created one application, already two applications I created in that. So right now it is showing console app 3. But actually, I don't want to create this location. I want to choose a new location. Now you can see, click on this ellipse button and go to F drive. And here I want to create a new project folder for this project. From now onwards, I'm going to store all the related files of this project I want to store in this folder. I'm creating a new folder here. So I'm just giving my folder name is .NET at 8 p.m. I'm just giving. So this is. So from now onwards, I'm selecting this .NET 8 p.m. folder. My all applications, how many I create for your batch, at all will be stored into .NET at 8 p.m. Now you can see whenever I choose this folder, a new folder, now the project name is by default console app 1. And when we create a new application again in this folder, console app 2, console app 3 like this. So your project name is console app 1. And you can change the name also here as per your requirement. Okay, so console app 1, if you don't want to maintain with this name, you can change the name also. Solution name is console app 1. Now coming to this framework, there are different types of framework versions are there along with the Visual Studio environment. But when it comes to VS 2022 and .NET Framework 4.8 will support 4.7, 4 after any version it will be support. So let me choose 4.8 only. This is the latest version, and then click on create. Now you can see once you click on create, automatically it will create a new console application with the name is console app 1, and it will show you by default one basic program structure. This is console basic structure of program. So console basic structure here, console program basic structures are here. So what is this basic structure? You can see these are all namespaces or header files. As I said in the last session clearly, especially in .NET, depends on type of application, what you select based on the type of application. built-in namespaces or built-in base class libraries will come by default. And now you can see using system.collections.generic. Yes, there is a collection topic is there in .NET. Generic collections like array list, linked list, hash set, dictionary. Okay, these are all things under comes into collection. And language integrated query and system.text, system.threading.task. This is multi-threading concept purpose we use. So by general usage, default libraries will come by default like this only as a in the header section. But look at here, these are all libraries are not in active mode. It is right now in deactive mode only. That means these libraries related stuff or related code, I have not written any related code, related classes I have not used here anywhere in this program. That's what it is showing. All libraries are not in active mode. These are inactive mode. So once I start writing program and particular classes and methods when we use that classes and methods when it comes to particular library, then that library will be active only. Hope you understand this. Okay, library means collection of classes. These are all libraries or base class libraries, or we can call it as in .NET terminology namespaces. We can call it as namespace. These are all predefined namespaces, but this is what user defined namespaces, because just as a programmer I created my application name is console app1. Your application name also will be treated as one namespace. So look at here, namespace keyword is there, console app1 namespace. Namespace is nothing but collection of classes. What class is there? Program class is there. This is the class keyword. This is the access modifier internal. So in upcoming sessions, you will come to know that clearly what are the access modifiers are there. Actually, by default, access modifier of the class is internal only. There are so many access modifiers are there, like private, public, protected, internal, all these things. So I'll explain once I start object-oriented programming. At this moment, it is not required. So class name is program. By default, when we create a new console application, it will create one namespace. Along with the namespace, it will add one class. Default class name is program. If you want, you can change this name of the class. And now you can see this is nothing but entry point of the program. Static void m capital main string, this bracket square brackets args. This string square bracket args is nothing but command line argument. This concept is called command line argument. Why this command line arguments? Because whenever we enter any values for the console application at runtime, at the time of program execution, what values you are going to enter as an input, that values will be treated as by default string only. As per your requirement, if you want to convert from string to integer, you can convert it later. But including this string square bracket args is optional here. If I remove also, by default, it will take that command line arguments only here. Okay. So static void main method m capital, because C#.NET is a case sensitive programming language. So this is an entry point. And before writing code, I want to introduce some basic windows in Visual Studio environment. So what are the basic windows which is commonly useful windows? Left side and right side, both side windows are there here. These are dockable windows are there. Dockable windows in the sense, when we click on Solution Explorer, it will come. Again, when we click over there, it will go. It will hide. This is dockable windows. So Solution Explorer is very, very important. It contains your solution name or project name, console app1. And in this console app1, we have a class. By default, we got one class, program class. Look at here, C# icon is there, program.cs is there. C#.NET extension is .cs. If you choose VB.NET, here it will be VB.VB like that. So based on selection of your program, extension will be there. Program.cs. Only one program is there. This is program. By default it came. So this Solution Explorer is useful to create your new classes, manage your folders and files, and you can manage your coding files. Which program you want to go, that program you can visit by going to Solution Explorer and click over that program. You will be able to see that program related code. So this is important to us every time we are interacting with this Solution Explorer. So what happens if I don't find Solution Explorer in the right hand side of Visual Studio? Sometimes, so even though when we install Visual Studio, you may not find this Solution Explorer or some other windows. So you need not to worry, just you can collect again by visiting View menu here, top of the menu, main menu is there, View menu, and you can click on Solution Explorer, automatically it will come over there. Suppose if you don't want to use this Solution Explorer from right hand side, I want to keep this Solution Explorer in the left hand side of my window. How I can do that? Simply select, click on Solution Explorer. You can see it here, Solution Explorer. Here you have to drag by clicking with left mouse key. You can drag by holding. So you can see whenever we drag this, all the corners, it is showing some arrow mark. Which corner you want to place this Solution Explorer window, that corner you can simply drop it on here. So now from here onwards, so Solution Explorer is present in which corner? Left hand side. So this is, but let it be drag again right hand side only, that will be comfort. So now you can see it is available. You can adjust this windows clearly, no problem at all. These windows are called dockable windows. And let's go for properties. Right now you can see properties window is there, but right now it is not showing any property. Especially this properties window is for what, Windows Forms application, when we work with controls like labels, buttons, text boxes, etc. And even ASP.NET web development point of view, when we use button controls, label controls, that properties, if you want to change, this property window is available. Right now it is not GUI code. This is completely CUI because we are working with console application programs. So that's what it doesn't show any properties. And left hand side, you can see this Server Explorer is very important. Server Explorer is just a communicate from Visual Studio to SQL Server Management Studio. To communicate from here to database, you want to establish any connection from Visual Studio to SQL Server database, then we can establish connection from Server Explorer through only. So later when we start with ADO.NET, especially which is communication from Visual Studio to SQL Server, at that point I will discuss clearly how to establish connection. Already I established some connections my previous batches. You can see this DB at 10 a.m., DB at 11 a.m., DB at 4 p.m. like that. Okay. Yes. And toolbox is there. Toolbox is contain generally controls like text boxes, labels, buttons, check boxes, radio buttons, all these things. But right now toolbox also don't show anything because it will not show anything. The reason is this console application is a CUI application, character user interface facilities. It's not GUI, graphical user interface. That's what it is not showing any controls within it. Once we started development of Windows Forms or ASP.NET web pages, then automatically Toolbox shows many controls like that. So this is just the introduction of Visual Studio settings and all. Now I'm going to start writing the program here. So here, as I said that in the last session, to work with input and output stream, especially in console application, we use what class? Console class. Console is a predefined class. Now you can see as soon as when we type console, so immediately one window is available here. This is IntelliSense window or IntelliTrace, we can say. That means what programmer is expecting, immediately Visual Studio is going to capture. So it will show you clearly in the IntelliSense box, and just press hit the enter button, automatically it will capture from there. And one more important thing, the smartness of Visual Studio 2022 is what, you can see here automatically what programmer is expecting in future lines. So automatically it is showing like tab to accept. Tab to accept means you need not to type, just press tab, automatically it is accepting like this. This facility is not there in Visual Studio 2019. In previous version of Visual Studio, which I observed that this facility is not there. So everything you have to write manually from the programmer side in Visual Studio 2019. But when it comes to 2020, so this facility is there clearly. So console.writeLine, suppose I want to say hello. Again, one more time, I want to write console.writeLine. You can see IntelliSense is showing write method. Any method you can tab it, any method you can press it. So automatically you can tab it, tab through, again tab it, it will capture here completely. Suppose here I'm taking hello Hyderabad, I'm taking hello Hyderabad. So this is my codes are simple code. Console is a class, write line is a method. Okay. Now coming to this, you can see one thing. As soon as when we create a console class here, when we use this console class in this program, immediately the system namespace is active. Look at here, system namespace is active. That means, as I said, that console class is present in which namespace? System namespace. If you don't include this system namespace, this console class will not work. Okay, that is the important. I'll show you just. And after completion of writing this code, next step, what we need to do? Next step, directly you can hit the start button. It will compile and run. Both we can do that. Or else if you want to do compilation first, means if you want to check any errors, and compilation after successful only, if you want to run, then you can run this. But generally, you can hit the start button here, or else you can hit F5 button from your keyboard, and automatically it will compile and run. But if you want to compile first, then later if you want to execute, then there is a build menu is there. Build means compilation. Click on build menu and build console app 1, or else shortcut key you can use shift plus F6. Click on this build, and build started here in the left hand side. You can see build started project console app 1 configuration debug any CPU it is there, and if it is no error, then you can see build succeeded. Okay, zero failed, so up to date, everything is there. So build succeeded means compilation is successfully done. Once successfully compilation, then you can hit the start button. So once you hit the start button, then this program is executing in command prompt. The output is showing in command prompt. But look at here, once you can notice, as soon as when we hit this button, command prompt is available, but our output also is visible, hello Hyderabad, but it is completely going out again. It's not coming, it's not displayed properly, and it's not, our screen, output screen is not going to stay back permanently. So to stay back output screen permanently until you close that, so simply you can use console.read method you have to use. The read method means, yes, to read your output window continuously. Okay, when I close that, it will exit. So read method is used. Console.read means your output window is continuously read. Now you can see output window is came, and hello Hyderabad is coming like this. So here output text is very small text. If you want to increase this output text for clear visibility purpose, simply you can see here icon is there in the command prompt window. So this icon, you can click on this and click on properties, and you'll be able to open some dialog box like font dialog box. And in this font dialog box, you can decide how much font size you want. I'm selecting 24, and also layout I'm clicking on. So window layout width is 80% and height is 20. This is window layout I'm selecting. Click on OK. Then automatically you can see this window layout is adjusted, and hello Hyderabad text is coming. The size is incrementing clearly. But look at here, hello is present in one line. Hyderabad is present in another line. Again, cursor is also blinking in third line. This is just because of what, we used console.writeLine statement. In the last session, I explained you console.writeLine means which is used to display output statements in line by line. In case if I use console.write here and not write line, console.write here, now you just notice this in the output window. Write method is used to display statement onto the screen within the same line. Hello is present in same line. Hyderabad is also present in same line, and even cursor also blinking within the same line only. So if you want to display the output values in the line by line, then we use what actually write line. Write line here only enough. If I use write line, that's enough here. Next line, Hyderabad will be second line, and now you can see cursor is blinking in the after Hyderabad immediately. And even if I use this write line here also, then cursor is going to blink into the third line clearly. This is because of write line. You're getting? And as I said that write line is equals to write of new line. Suppose here I'm using write only here. Okay, after this write only. So what I'm trying to do here, after hello /n I'm using /n means escape sequence. This is /n new line. So write of /n equals to write line. So this will also work out. Okay, this is. So N also is displaying sir actually, that is not good. So let me show here N is by mistake I typed N. Now this will not work out. Now you can see /N means right line only here. Hello, Hyderabad is coming. And one more important thing you can see, this is output window. So if I want to exit from this output window, you have to press enter button or else you have to click on close button. Anyone you can do it. Press enter button or close it. But here I'm using read method. Just because of read method, the two options are there. One more option is there, read key is there, read key. If I use read key after showing your values in output window, if you want to exit from this output window, you need not to press enter button or you need not to click on close window. Just you can press any key from your keyboard, so you will exit from the output window. Any key you can press from keyboard, then automatically output window will be exit here. So this is the read key speciality. So let me use read method only here. So this is what actually one program, just I have written basic program. This is program. But look at here, this using system namespace, I want to remove from this program. But I will not recommend to remove any one of the line, because if you remove again, whenever it is required, you need to add it again. So better to keep comment section. Comments means, you know that this you can select or else place the cursor in which line you want to keep the comment, and there is a main menu options are there. You can see comment out the selected lines, or else if you want to keep the comment with shortcut, control plus E comma C. Control plus E comma C is there, and I'm just clicking on this comment, automatically using system header file or namespace is commented. Once I keep this line as comment, now you can see the reaction is what here in the program. The name console does not exist in the current context. And here also the name console does not exist in the current class. That means console class is present in system namespace. Even if I uncomment, again uncomment also, you can see this is uncomment option here. Click over there, uncommented. Uncommented means everything is fine. Once I keep this section into comment, then console will not work. So even if you execute forcefully, if you don't use console names or system namespace, now you can see Microsoft Visual Studio says there were build errors. Build errors means compilation errors. Would you like to continue and run the last successful build? Means yes means what? It will show last successful output, and also it will show error. And no means only you will get error. If I say no, now you can see errors are coming like this. 3 errors are there. The name console does not exist in the current context. So errors are there. In case, at least if you don't want to include as a header file this system namespace, you can also write in the coding part like this, system dot. Every line you have to include system dot. Here also system dot. And even here also you can write system dot like this. So system is a namespace. Namespace is nothing but it's a library. This library contains built-in classes. It is one of the class. This class contains method, write method. So method, it belongs to class, it belongs to library. It is a Microsoft library, base class library, you can say. This console class present in system library. This will work fine. If in case if you don't include as a header section in the header section any namespace, but it is not recommend, because if you have 100 lines, then 100 times you have to write system like that. That's not correct. So better to include this using system as a header section only, clear. So console class is present in system namespace. Console class is used to work with input and output. Console class is having methods called write method, write line method, read line method. In the last session, we discussed all these things. Okay. Now coming to this, we worked with only one program, sir. Here we have introduced only one program, that is this. But sir, if I want to create many programs, like more classes I want to add, namespace or project means it's a collection of classes, not only program class. I can able to add more number of classes. How I can add more number of classes? So to add any other classes or extra classes to existing console application, there is options are there. I will show you all the options. Which option you want, you can proceed. Go to Solution Explorer, right click on console app 1, go to add go to add, click on new item. Either you can click on new item or you can click on directly class template here. Class is there. So click on new item. And once you click on new item, there will be a dialog box. This dialog box contains lot of template. Which template through you want to create, you can. But I need to add class. So I'm selecting class template. So left hand side, you can see Visual C# items. These are all. If you want to choose web item, web items are there here. But I'm working with Visual C#.NET first. So let me select the class template. And now you can see the name by default class1.cs. From here onwards, by default, when we create a console application, it will come with a new class, that is program.cs, one default class. Once if you start adding more classes to existing console application, so it will provide console class names like class 1, class 2, class 3 like this. Instead of class 1, you can give any name of the class also, no problem. But make sure that .cs is compulsory. This is one way to add the class. What are the steps to add the class? Go to Solution Explorer, right click on console app 1, go to add, click on new item and select the class template and choose the class name, or if you want to change any name, you can change it and click on add it. But I'm not clicking on add. Why? Because I have to show another way of adding class that is very simple than these steps. What is the simple process means? Just for adding the class, click on project menu, add class. Simple. Click on project menu, add class. You can also add class like this, same procedure, class 1. And once we click on add, so now you can see you'll be able to get the class here. So a new class is added to your application, internal class keyword class 1 with name. And go to Solution Explorer. Now you can see class1.cs is added here. So if you want to see program.cs code, you can click over there. If you want to see class1.cs code, you can click over there, or else you can tabs also there here. Class1.cs, program.cs tabs also there. But notice one thing, when we create a new application, console application for the first time, it shows it's create a default class called program. But whenever we add extra class to this existing console application, so notice this, what difference? It don't provide any main method. So by default, the program.cs is having main method, static void main. This is an entry point. Program execution will begin from here itself. But next extra class, whatever we add for that classes, main method will not come. You have to include that main method. How to include that main method? You can see this. So you can type static space void space m capital main and open bracket close bracket like this. So here it is asking again immediately tab to accept. If you want to accept console.writeLine statement, simply shortcut way tab you can press, automatically it will be there. So but look at here, static void main, I just write manually, but there is a shortcut key also there for adding static void main. So what is the shortcut key? SVM. S for static, V for void, M for main. So now you can see as soon as when we type SVM in the IntelliSense, it is saying that code snippet for void main method, note also given there. You can hit the tab key twice to insert SVM snippet. If you want to insert this snippet, SVM snippet, you have to hit the tab key twice. Means 2 times you can press tab key, automatically static void main method will be generated. This is the shorthand way of writing code here. And you can see for a change in previous example, what I print hello Hyderabad. This is string format, characters. So for a change now, I want to show you how to declare the variables and how to print integer values. Just try to int is a variable, int is a data type, a is a variable, 10 is a value. Again, int is a data type, b is a variable, 20 is a value. I want to display these two variable values in my output window. Suppose console.writeLine. So I'm giving my text value of a is plus. Plus is a concatenation, which is adding a variable value to this output statement. A I'm pressing. As soon as when we enter A, already in program A was declared. So which is declared, it is available automatically IntelliSense. Then press enter, automatically A is captured from the IntelliSense. Now console.writeLine, value of B is just plus B I'm taking. So again, IntelliSense shows B value. And to stay back to our screen, simply console.what read I'm taking. This is very simple and straightforward program. Just for a change, I took this variable declaration, how to print this variable values in the output window. Just I want to show you in this program class 1. Now the thing is, we already execute program.cs, and now I want to execute this class 1.cs. So if I hit this button, start button, or else F5, so look at here, what is the problem here? There is a problem and there is an error. What error you can see? There were build errors. Would you like to continue and run the last successful build? S means it will show error along with the last successful output. No means it will show only error. Now I'm saying that no. Now observe here in the error window, what is showing clearly, read carefully. Okay, read carefully. The error is this one only. This is not. This is only warning. Now program has more than one entry point defined. It says that program has more than one entry point defined. Entry point of the program in the sense main method. Here class 1.cs is having main method, program.cs is having main method, and runtime during the program execution, your runtime, that means CLR, common language runtime, getting ambiguity situation to start execution from which main method onwards. To avoid this ambiguity situation, we have to say to the runtime environment as a programmer by changing its startup object. So what is the startup object means? Startup object is the process of setting the class program which you want to run. Okay, then only that common language runtime will start the execution of particular program. So look at here, the error is clearly says that program has more than one entry point defined. Compile with main to specify. Compile with main. You have to specify the main method particularly, which is contains an entry point from which program main method you want to execute. You can set this. This process is called changing startup object. How to set startup object here? Simple. Go to Solution Explorer. And after going to Solution Explorer, you can see there is a properties available here. Properties under the console app 1 properties. Double click over there. CLR is nothing but common language runtime. Okay, for more clarity about CLR, you can watch my last two videos. I will show you how to watch my 2 videos on YouTube. So just wait, at the end of the session, I'll assist you clearly. Okay. So common language runtime, how Java programmers will use JVM to execute their program. Same here in .NET CLR, common language runtime. It's a main component. Now you can see to change the startup object, go to Solution Explorer, double click on properties, and you can see there is a startup object, a drop down list is there. Right now it is not set. And if you want to set, you can expand this drop down list. But especially in this drop down list, while setting the startup object, how many programs are there in your application and how many programs are having main method like entry point, that program names only it is appearing here. Okay, so right now 2 programs are there. Which program you want to run? Class 1. I'm selecting class 1 and make sure that don't forget to change save changes. You must and should click on save button here, then only these changes will be effect. After changes, now hit the start button. You will be able to run your recent program. Value of A is 10, value of B is 20, like this. Are you getting? So this is the way to add more classes, write your more classes program and execute. Again, if you want to run your previous program like this program.cs, go to Solution Explorer, properties, and expand startup object. Program, you have to set it and save it and then run it. So your previous program is running now. Okay, this is the case. Previous program executed. So like this, we have to manage our code clearly. I'm just showing this my class 1 program only, class 1, and click on save it and then run it. We got this output clearly. But look at here, in the second program, I have 2 variables. I declare value of A is 10, value of B is 10, same as the value of B is 20, same as it is displaying clearly. But now 2 are integer type only. If 2 are integer type, then why don't we declare in same line? Yes, we can declare in same line like this. Int A equals to 10, comma B equals to 20. And you can see 2 variables are there for separate. If you want to display separately, you can write this separate statements. Variable A purpose, you can write separate statement. Variable B purpose, you can write separate statement. But let me comment these two lines because I want to display two variable values in my output window within the same single statement through. How to display single statement through here. So simple values of A and B are, okay, then plus A plus, oh sorry, we have to use plus A plus comma plus B plus, like this. What is this here? Simple. To display at a time two values within the single statement, you have to use this syntax. Simple. Just let me write in notepad so that you'll understand. So simple double code, you can come in between plus plus and A. It is one variable value. Again, double quotes, you can come in between plus plus and B. This is second value. So one variable value, if you want to display this one, comma, next variable value, same, this one. And here, that is only I used. But look at here, why I used the last two double quotes, because one double statement starts with double quotes and ends with double quotes. And this is for B and this is for A only. So we are displaying two variable values at once in single line only. So in my output window, two variable values are displaying at once, clear values of A and B are. So there is one more option is there. Okay, what option is there? Instead of this, you can see there is one more option is there. Let me show you that one more option. Console dot write line. So now you can see values of A and B are, so flower brackets 0 and more flower brackets 1 and comma A comma B. This option also there. This is index based also. We can able to display your output values. Either you can use this one or you can use this one. If you have more variables, you can include 0, 1, 2 and so on like this. So let's run this. We got this output values clearly. So two variable values I'm displaying in the output window here. So why it is giving comma here? I just mentioned comma. Let's remove this comma here. So this is what complete introduction of Visual Studio environment, how to create console application step by step, how to create classes, how to write your programs, and how to change startup object. So this is complete overview. So once you got this overview, from here onwards, easily we can able to manage your programs and applications with Solution Explorer. All changing startup object will continue next programs in tomorrow session. So if you have any question regarding today's session, you can ask me now. And if you want to continue this basic .NET package sessions like C#, .NET, ASP.NET, SQL Server, please contact to DURGASOFT. And within next 2 days, this link will be changed. Before link change, you can contact to DURGASOFT and you can enroll for this course. And once you enroll completed, so then I can share my recording videos up to now what I discuss along with soft copy of material. So MVC is not including in this basic package. After completion of basic package, then according to more students requirement, then we'll start MVC. MVC is not part of this basic course. Even if you join, my plan is my .NET students purpose. I'll teach free MVC batch. One batch I will announce. I'm planning that, but how it will work, we don't know. So we'll see later. And those who join today only, okay, for the first session, if you feel, so I strongly recommend to watch my last two recording videos. For that, I strongly recommend to visit YouTube, DurgaSoft YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, okay, and click on this and type DurgaSoft over there here simply, okay, DurgaSoft. Just go to search and DurgaSoft, you can type it and you'll be able to get this DurgaSoft YouTube channel clear. Once you get YouTube channel link here, you can see, click on this Durga software solution and you can click on playlist option. And in this playlist option, they have uploaded my last two videos, that is complete introduction, okay, of .NET. You can see .NET tutorials. Okay, these two videos, you can watch it, and today's session also they will upload, only 4-5 sessions they will upload. Okay, so you can watch it demo purpose. Even once you enroll for this course, these two recordings also I'll send to your Google Drive, no worries at all. This is the third video. this video also will be uploaded by today night. I strongly recommend to watch these 2 videos if you want demo session. Okay, so that's all about from my side. If you have any question, you can feel free to ask me now.
Hello.
Yeah, Supriya,
Hello.
tell me.
Hello, sir. You said that a equals to 10, a equals to 10, comma b equals to 20 in the last programming. Sir, use right line method, no, sir. It will get output line by line, no, sir. Getting one line only.
No, this right line is not for this values. That is what I'm saying. This value is not. So only values if you print, then it will go to here. Even if I use right also, you can see this is not going to display like this. So just observe here. Even I'm using right, I can say only one statement is there. If we have another statement below, then it will move to next line like this. Suppose here another statement I'm writing here, console.write, console.write. Just include hello here. Then what will happen, you can see here. Hello is coming in the same line only. If you want to move that hello into next line, then we can go for right line here, and automatically it will move to next line. That
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
difference between console application and Windows Forms application, both are standalone or desktop application. Only the thing is console applications will provide GUI, CUI facilities, command user interface. We will deal with all the time characters, inputs, values, and output values. But when it comes to Windows Forms application, completely GUI. For window forms we can create, like calculator programming is there, no? This is called window form. Notepad is there, no? This is called window form. WordPad is there, no? That is window form. That kind of product-based applications or text editor applications we will create using Windows Forms. And ASP.NET web application means completely website designing, which will run over the internet, once we post to that website onto the server. So that's all. See you tomorrow on same link at same time. Have a nice time. Oh, sorry, one more question is. Web applications will run through browser. We will talk about that web applications in detail when I start ASP.NET. Okay, first we have to start with C# with SQL completion, SQL Server. Every weekends, like every Friday and Saturday, mostly next weekend onwards, SQL Server sessions will start. And every week, 4 days, first 4 days, Monday to Thursday, C#.NET sessions. Like this C# with C# with SQL parallel classes will happen. And once we complete with C# with SQL, then we'll start ASP.NET. Total duration of this course is 2.5 months, 2 months, 15 days. That means 75 days. It will go 85 and 90 days also might be, based on our discussion. If I'll not take long sessions on weekends, it will go around 85, 10 days extra I'll take. And every session is going to record, and recordings also daily, whatever I discuss in the classroom, same recording video I'll send to your Google Drive, along with soft copy of material, clear material is there. Yes. So we'll continue from here onwards tomorrow. So have a nice time. See you tomorrow on same link at same time. And those who are interested to join with this course, please contact to DURGASOFT and enroll this course as soon as possible before going to link change. Within 2 days, upcoming 2 days, link will be changed. You can contact immediately. So once you enroll this course, then you will get up to now what we discuss, recording videos and material of the C#.NET.